Hey, man, I play in the NL Central. Some people say it's not the toughest division in baseball. You know what I say? How's that sweep by the Cardinals? And how's that 2 out of 3 of the Brewers? Tough cookies for the Yanks. Tough cookies. Nice to see Rizback hit a homer. What do you got?
Judge had 2 homers.
Ooh.
58. 58 and counting.
59. He's at 59.
Oh, it's 59?
Yeah,
59.
Judge is on another level. It's been you're getting to the point now where I'm trying to just enjoy this historic season, like it's
now we're at the point where you're enjoying it.
for Judge. Judge specifically. Judge specifically, like the rest of the Yankees, I think I saw a stat. This was like maybe a week ago, so I don't know how updated it is since then. But the rest of the Yankees had like a 630 OPS, and Judge had like a 1 dot because of course he does.
He has a 1.2.
This month he's got like a 330 OPS plus because he's just been insane. I did see this stat that got me nervous. Talking Yanks tweet out that Judge has not had a stretch because I think there's 18 games left. He's hit at least 3 homers in every 18 game stretch he's played this year, which is obviously what he needs to break the record. So hopefully he does that. I'd love to see him end up at like 66, 65. That'd be a really cool area for him to finish at.
He has right now a slugging of 701. That is absurd.
League average OPS is like 707 on the year. So his slugging is better than almost everyone else's OPS.
I saw his slash line, and I saw that 7 in front of the slug.
That's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. That's like high school numbers.
And you said they're getting Bader back, right, Tom?
Bader back today.
And Scotty's
nice
close.
Nice to have Riz in the lineup. Riz hit a homer in his return. That was a big deal.
He was like 3 for 6, I think I saw.
Yeah. That was just a little bit of firepower out of that offense on Sunday. It looked a little bit. It's just a longer lineup to get through when you add some of those guys in. And that's a big deal. It makes it easier for everybody. When the lineup is short, it makes it tougher on everybody because everybody has to pick up the slack of not having some of the horses, and horses make it easier on everybody. That's why they're the horses. So big deal.
That just proves more of what Judge was doing, even if not looking at his stat line, just putting the team on his back day in and day out and not coming out of his approach where it's like, hey, I need to do something and I'm still going to walk and I'm still going to hit my base hits when they're given to me.
The fact that guys are still pitching to him is kind of insane to me.
Right. But now they can't really pitch to him now if you're getting guys back. I mean, they have to pitch to him, I'm saying.
When they got Rizzo after him and then Stanton and Torres and fucking Donaldson and unbelievable lineup.
Having him on the leading off is the greatest thing that they've made.
I know that when you have protection, it's like, yeah, you have to pitch to him. But think about Barry Bonds. They never pitched to Barry Bonds. It didn't matter that they had a World Series caliber team. It's like, you're not pitching to him. Like, I don't understand how people still pitch to Trout. Like, I just think that now, because the reports for pitchers are just like, throw your nastiest shit. And like, instead of just like blatantly walking somebody, it's like, well, if you start it, maybe you can get him to swing just off, or maybe you can get him to chase this. And then they make a mistake right over the heart of the plate because trying not to throw it over the plate. But like Greg Maddox talking about facing Barry Bonds, like, yeah, it's really easy to pitch to. You threw him 4, but he did not throw in the strike zone.
No, it's crazy. I actually saw something. It was like people were complaining like, oh, Judge is getting all these middle pitches. It's like, yeah, if you're a pitcher and you're like, hey, don't leave something over the plate, guess where it's going?
Over the middle of the plate.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, just trying to be like so careful of the edge, leak it back over homer.
Right, and that's what people are always like, how do you miss with that pitch there? It's like, I don't know. Do you see that behemoth of a human standing in the middle, like, of the plate or on the batter's box? Like,
and I feel like he doesn't have, like, a lot of hitters have like a hole. Like, they have like one weakness where it's like, all right, like if you go fastball up, like he's swinging underneath it every time. Like, you can go sliders down and away, but like he reaches everything.
I think the only one is like down and in. It's like
down and in, like the
sinkers down and in.
But I feel like he can get to that too sometimes. Like that's your best chance, but like he gets to everything.
The fact that he's hit sliders as well as he has this year, that's kind of been his one. If you were like going to get him, as you said, like slider down and in, slider away, that was pretty much it. And now I think he's got like a almost 800 OPS on sliders this year. Like if he's doing that, it's just unfair because he's obviously good at mash fastballs.
One of the homers he hit in Milwaukee that day, the Oppo one, I think was the first one. He hit in the second deck, Oppo over the bullpen.
Stop.
I saw that and I was like, wait a minute. If I saw a lefty hit that ball, I would have been like, ooh, that's crushed. He just like flicked it that way, Oppo in the second deck. I was like, oh my.
I hit a ball Oppo the other day, like off the bottom of the wall, and I was like, damn, I got that shit. Let's go. Bro, that was like way, way back. Oppo. And I understand like Milwaukee's kind of a launching pad, but like I don't care. I don't care.
Do you know he had 5 barrels on Sunday? 5.
Yeah, he hit every ball over 110. I don't want to talk about it, Tom. I hit a ball 112 yesterday on the ground, 111.9 on the ground to third base. And I was like, that's absolutely roped. I was out.
Hey, hit in the
This
air.
guy's hitting balls 110 to 113 in the air every time.
We tweeted this, but I'll fluff you really quick. You hit the hardest homer off DeGrom since 2018. That when you hit yours last week.
Rushed.
Hey, thanks.
111.9, I believe.
What was
So
the
that was a
launch too? You said 38. What was the launch? Ian?
Something like that. Yeah, mid to high 30s.
That was high.
You're bad. You got juice. You're bad.
Ian.
Statcast, whatever the system said, 407.
Yeah,
How many
okay.
Yeah, that seemed low. I was surprised.
Doesn't seem math. doesn't
Wait,
seem
Dakota,
up there.
hold that thought.
Yes, sir.
Hap, you mentioned Barry Bonds. Could you? So that guy has over 700 home runs, and he got walked / intentionally walked a ridiculous amount. Could you imagine just throwing to him and not intentionally walking him that many times? How many more? He might have had 1,000 homers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, every time the ball was in the zone, pretty much he was hitting homer. So, I don't want to get off topic and start screaming about defensive metrics. I saw something. I'm going to keep it kind of on topic. I saw Judge's like a 10 WAR season, right? There's only been a handful of 10 WAR seasons. Tom, you can correct me. It's like 20-ish 10 WAR seasons of all time.
Yeah, I was looking at this last night. If he got to 11 WAR right now on Fangraphs, he's at 10.4. So 11 WAR is certainly possible in the last 18 games. He'd be one of 8 players all time to have 11 WAR and eight seasons, 5 players, because Bonds did it, I think, 4 times and Mansell did it, I believe, 3 times.
Okay.
Twice.
Trout's up there with the 10 WAR season. I'm not sure if anybody else in the
Mookie had a 10 WAR season.
Mookie had a 10 WAR season in the last, let's call it 10 years, right?
I think those are the only 2 guys in the last 10.
Metrics have come a long way in the last 10 years. The way WAR's calculated get changes every 5 days. Defensive metrics change every couple of years. How the fuck are we quantifying Mickey Mantle's defensive WAR? Everything is based on StatCast and the projectability of you catching a ball, how hard it's hit off the bat, where it's going. What are we doing? We're going back to Roger Hornsby and we're figuring out that the softball pitch that he hit was hit hard enough to make that. What are we talking about? How do these guys have? Oh, he had an 11. Did he have an 11 WAR? So you're telling me in 2001 or 2002, whenever Barry Bonds is out there, his head's a size 17 melon. He's playing left field. And you're telling me he's like, oh, that dude had a great defensive year out there and left. I know he was a Gold Glover earlier in his career, but you're telling me that Barry Bonds?
No, he graded below defensively. Actually, his highest WAR season isn't the 73 home run year. It's the year before because he actually graded out better defensively.
But how are you grading him defensively? StatCast wasn't a thing. There was no metrics out there. You weren't tracking him. What's the defensive grade? He made less errors. He threw a couple guys out.
I believe they have DRS or OAA, one of those 2 available for that time period. So I think
someone was up in the booth tracking him with a pencil. What are we doing?
They're posting it on Twitter too.
I'm so confused about all this. How are we measuring if Baby Ruth was a really good defender out there?
There's no
All
way.
right, I'm done yelling about it. That's it. That's all I got yelling about this. I'm just saying, with all of the shit, with all of the stuff, all of the WAR calculations, the fact that the guys in the last 10 years that have actually done those 10 WAR seasons been worth that many more wins than everybody else in the league. Very, very impressive. And Judge should be paid as much as he wants. Whatever he wants.
Does he go back to the Yankees?
Tom, are Yankees fans gonna riot in the streets if they don't sign him back?
I think it depends where he goes. I think if he went to like Boston, that'd be particularly bad. I think if he went to San Francisco, which feels like it's in play, he grew up in Fresno, that would be. I think Yankee fans would obviously be upset, but I think a lot of that would be an ownership and the front office for not getting this done before this awesome season. So,
If he goes to Boston, are they going to call him a traitor and be mad at him?
I know some Yankee fans specifically who would do that. I personally would not feel that way, but I think some would.
If a team offers him $400 million and he signs with them, you can't be mad at him. No matter.
I just don't think the Red Sox are going to do that. They've been pretty cheap the last couple of years. That'd be very
maybe they're saving up for him.
Question.
Yes.
Speaking of the Giants, Zach's got a new boss, Scotty Harris.
Yep.
Scotty Harris, former Cubby assistant GM, went to San Francisco, was there for 3 years as the GM under the president of baseball ops. Now he is the new president of baseball ops for the Detroit Tigers. Zach, how do you feel about your new boss? You met him yet? You talked to him on the phone? Said hi?
No, haven't. Pretty cool for the club though. So
you're saying he didn't call you right away?
1-0 under his leadership.
Huh.
He's got to love you. He's an ex-Cubby. He was here.
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
were
I'm sure that's why they hired him too. Like, hey, we got to figure out 5'9". I'm like,
well, actually, his last year was 19. So, he was way in on the Zach Short train.
Yep.
Way in.
I got traded. He left. I don't blame him. Don't blame him at all.
Once you got traded, he said, "What's even the point in being here anymore?"
Yeah.
Listen, guys, it happens all over the place. I just never expect it to happen to me. It's kind of the things you dream of, but
I think it was a long-term play where he traded you to the Tigers, knowing one day he'd be back with the Tigers.
I got traded, and he kind of looked at me like, "Yo,
I'll be back.
All good, dude."
Ian, I have a question for you. Do you want to make it the cuts question? Yeah,
I do. This is what Dakota. Do you want to talk about? it?
I didn't get the email, so you're going to talk
about it. Yeah. You know what? This is the Dakota Cuts question of the day. We are a big Cuts podcast. I'm actually rocking.
I was going to say, is your hat cuts?
Let's go Cuts. These are both Cuts, actually.
Ooh.
I'm going to wear this way for the rest of the time. Performance apparel for the modern professional, quickly becoming go-to clothing brand. I am just going to talk from the heart about Cuts because I actually really like Cuts. Their stuff is like, not only is it great materials and great fits, but it's so versatile. You can wear it to the ball yard. You can wear it to dinner. You can wear it walking around. You can wear it with jeans. You can wear it with sweats. I'm way in on Cuts. They did send me the joggers. The joggers. You guys get the joggers?
I did.
I have not gotten a package from them.
Tom, that's messed up. Maybe get Dakota a package. I got the joggers a little tight. I had to give them away. They were tight on the thighs.
But you got a big you got big legs.
Yep. I wish I will go get another size because I really like the way they fit from the knee down. Really into the joggers. But regardless, 15% off your first order, cutsclothing.com/compound, cutsclothing.com/compound, 15% off. The only shirts worth wearing. I'm serious when I say this is an easy ad to read because their shit's good.
Wouldn't you say, I feel like it's clothes you can wear like to a nice dinner as well. Like they're nice and like they're athletic wear, but they're nice enough clothes that you can wear it to a nice dinner in Miami.
Yeah, you could. You can rock shirt and the sweatshirts. The sweatshirts are great. We got the fall sweatshirts are great because you can dress them up, dress them down. Super comfortable. You can also rock them under a nice little jacket. It's kind of style that Zach would like. Zach, you're into Cuts.
I love it. I've been on Cuts.
Stayed on cuts. Stayed on cuts.
Yeah, I actually wore them when they came in. I brought them on the road this week, and I wore a cut shirts every day to the field.
That's it. Let's go.
You know? And like you said, you can wear whatever you want. Went out to dinner, actually wore that as well. I mean, like it's just it's like a utility player. Put them anywhere they play.
It's a good ad.
You should, very well put.
You should sell them back that ad.
My bad.
Dakota, what's your question? What's your cuts question?
My question to you.
Your cuts question.
Does it go through your mind? And hopefully it does, so that I didn't put this in your head. You're at 17 homers. In your head, do you have a goal of reaching 20 by the end of the year? You got 15 games left.
Yeah, round numbers are a big deal.
Like, is that something like obviously you're going into another year, Arb, and that helps. Like, is that something not that you think about when you're at the plate, but are you like, man, that'd be great if I can get to 20?
Yeah, round numbers. Round numbers are important. Just, for Arb, sure, but more for like, your career, your baseball card, like all that shit. Like all those, it's like stolen bases, doubles, homers, RBIs, runs, like all those things. Like if you can get to another, whatever the next round number is, like that stuff's all important. But 20 homers is one that like try to take a lot of pride in. 20 for multiple years is a big deal. I've done it twice. And this year, especially like being able to have as many games in his bats as I have, be really nice to hit that 20 mark. I had, it's tough. You hit throughout the course of the season to hit 20 homers. Like you basically have to, like stuff goes wrong so many times that like you have to end up like I hit one just foul in New York, like second deck, 3 feet foul around the pole. And it was just, and then like we were at home at Wrigley and I hit one like 100 at 35 or maybe close to 40. Wind was blowing in right down the right field line. Wind was blowing in, blew it back. It's like, so you just like all those little things. You're just like, just sneak a couple out. Yes, Tom.
Do you know what happens if you hit 3 more, by the way? We were talking about they need to get the special baseballs for Judge. We need to get special baseballs for Ian Happ. 104 career homers, all-time Jomboy media lead, 106 with Trevor Plouffe. 3 more by the end of the year.
Shit, really? 3 more gets me that's a double big deal, huh?
Yes. So wow. I've had I've known the whole year, if you hit 20, that would give you the all-time Jomboy media lead. Zach is 3rd, by the way.
My bad.
It's Trevor, Ian, Zach. So we're talking to 2 of the top 3 of all time in Jomboy media.
Yeah, that would be a big deal. I would love to squeak a couple more out before the end. Let's
get you to an 800 OPS. You're currently at 798. Let's get you to 10 bags.
Thanks for that.
You got 8 bags. Let's get 2 more. Let's get to 10.
Okay.
You've been caught 4 times.
Here's a secret. I used to do it in low A. If you see a dirt ball, leave early enough, and sometimes they'll give you a stolen base. Just take a chance.
Take a
chance. Why not?
Yeah.
Guys are out of it. Who cares? It's all good.
Oh, hey.
What? I saw some. They were mathematically eliminated.
Stolen bases.
What?
I think dirt ball reads should be stolen bases.
They 100% should, unless it goes to the backstop.
Unless it goes to the backstop.
In the dirt, it should be
for sure.
Because if they're going to give you a caught stealing for going and getting thrown out, they better give you a stolen base for going.
It shouldn't be a caught stealing. It should be a caught pass ball.
Yeah, it should be something. It shouldn't be a caught stealing if you're also not going to give you a stolen base.
Right. I'm fucking with you, man. Tell you what,
Dakota, all of my caught stealings are like trying to go early, like on a pitcher's tendency, like trying to go early.
Yeah.
And they hold just long enough.
And you're like, damn it, you got me. You are paying attention.
It really, oh God, every time I haven't been, I got thrown out at 3rd once, but 3 times I got thrown out at 2nd. And not one of them was like running and sliding in. It was like take off and the guy steps off and I'm like, fuck.
You're like, oh, you got me. Damn
Is that not the worst feeling in the world? Like you have it, you're like, oh, I got his timing. You take 2 steps and he doesn't move. You're like, fuck.
Because if you like the ones that you actually get him where you take 2 steps and then he goes and lifts his leg, you're like, ah.
Oh, that's tough.
What a dumb sport.
Sloan screen time?
Yeah, let's see the screen. I think mine's really bad from yesterday. I just want to put it out there. I think it's really bad.
I don't think mine was very good yesterday either.
I already looked at mine. I know.
I'm not going to make excuses for myself because that's not who I am. But the bus ride in Miami from the show hotel we're at to the field is really long.
Zach's going to love mine because I'm going to tell him what my top app was and he's going to appreciate it. My screen time was 6:52, but an hour 42 was on TikTok. That's just, that happens sometimes. You get caught in a hole.
Can you guys hear this construction that's going on?
No.
My mic's amazing because I'm in a construction. I'm in a war zone right now.
I think my mic is a little bit better than your guys' mic, though.
Must be nice.
No,
man.
you don't have the flexibility that we have.
Look at this thing.
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at this thing.
I'm holding mine. I can put it anywhere I
You know
want.
what we shouldn't do? Let's not play with all the audio. Let's just let it be. Just a thought.
Your default microphone has been changed. Oh,
My Sloan screen time is 5 hours and 2 minutes.
damn it.
That's high for you.
Mine's 5:21.
Wow. That's a 502 winner.
Come on, Tom, save me. Save me from being the
What are you
highest.
at?
Yeah, well, what if I won? What if I won? You don't know.
I don't believe that you did.
829 did not win.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
502
Mine
as a
on
winner.
Sunday was horrific because I just watched so many videos and interviews on the Jets game.
Just soaked in all the
I'm
information.
telling you, I watched it. You know how they have like YouTube things every week on it?
Yeah.
I watched a 20-minute video probably 7 times.
Hey, you can't spell elite without Flacco.
Can't do it. Guy throws for 304 touchdowns. You shitting me? Oh,
Hey,
game's over? No, it's not. 99% win probability. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for scoring, you elves. What a joke
was-
of an organization.
That was Sloan's screen time and Sloan yelling about the Jets. And yeah, we have two more in-season episodes.
Yes.
2 more in-season episodes.
One more for me and Zach only. We're done next
Yeah,
Wednesday.
wait, how's that going to work next week?
What do you mean?
Because we drive Sunday after the game, play you guys Monday. We get in at like 6 in the morning, probably 7 in the morning.
Probably either have to
Why
go
don't we
after-
figure that out off the air? Here we
Yeah.
go.
Good
Hey,
call.
this has been episode 128 of the Compound Podcast.
Rum.
We're now going
rum.
to get off the air.
Rum.
and Zach's
Rum.
going to talk about logistics. We'll see you next week. Presented by Parse Rum. I love Parse. You love rum. Parse Rum. See you next week.